Hey friends, welcome to week 5. This week we're going to be reading chapters 9 and 10, and we're going to look at the Great Commission and how that missional call plays out in our day-to-day motherhood. But first, there's something tender I want you to see. In Matthew 28, we find the account of Jesus' resurrection. Jesus has been crucified and laid to rest in Joseph's tomb. Then on the third day, the women travel to the tomb to anoint his body for burial. Imagine what they must have been feeling. Their beloved Savior lay dead in a tomb. The one they believed would save them couldn't even save himself, or so they thought. Can you imagine the heartbreak, the crushing? But when they arrive at the tomb, something astonishing happens. An earthquake shakes the ground, and an angel of the Lord descends from heaven and rolls back the stone and sits on it. The angel announces to the women, "Do not be afraid, for I know that you seek Jesus who was crucified. He is not here, for he has risen, as he said. Come see the place where he lay. Then go quickly and tell his disciples that he is risen from the dead, and behold, he is going before you to Galilee. There you will see him." So the women depart from the tomb to tell the disciples the news. It's likely they were running, buoyed by the inconceivable hope. I mean, can you imagine it? Their mourning turned to exuberant rejoicing, literally in the blink of an eye. Then Matthew 28:9 tells us, "And behold, Jesus met them and said, 'Greetings.' And they came up, took hold of his feet, and worshiped him." Okay, stop for a moment and picture it. Can you see the feet of these women screeching to a stop as the risen Jesus appears before them? Can you imagine the worship, the overwhelming gratitude, the exuberant joy? Then in verse 10, Jesus tells them, "Do not be afraid. Go and tell my brothers to go to Galilee, and there they will see me." These words are the very first time we hear Jesus give the go and tell command. And just a few verses later, he's going to speak the words we know as the Great Commission. So pause with me for a moment. The fact that Jesus first speaks this command to women is significant, because at this time in Jerusalem, a woman's testimony held little worth. It wasn't even legally binding in a court of law. If Jesus cared about following social norms, he wouldn't have given women the first responsibility and privilege of bearing his message. Jesus could have bypassed them altogether. He didn't need to commission them to tell the disciples. He could have done it himself. Why did he appear in their midst to personally task them with the privilege of declaring the good news? Well, we don't know. Some scholars suggest Jesus may have appeared to the women first to prevent anyone from believing the resurrection had been fabricated. Because a woman's testimony was considered untrustworthy, the gospel writers would have never included a mention of Christ appearing to women first if they'd manufactured the story. But as I've spent some time sitting with these words, I believe there may have been another reason. In fact, I believe there's something in this exchange that alludes to Jesus' merciful kindness and unique missional call toward women. Jesus knew these women, and he knew how their hearts would have longed to see him, so he appeared in their midst to make their joy complete simply because he loved them. And friend, he loves you like that too. If you hear nothing else this week, hear this. He loves you that much. Furthermore, Christ gave these women a missional task they could have never had otherwise. He invited them to partner with him in the go and tell mission, and that calling still applies to you and I as mothers. It applies directly to our family and our children, because motherhood doesn't put the Great Commission out of reach. It puts the Great Commission right in front of us. There's so much more to unpack this week. I truly can't wait to dive in with you, so let's get to it.